Good morning, all my beautiful listeners, and welcome back to another Neat or Yeet. Now, as you probably saw, this is going to be a longer one, mainly because I have a lot I feel like I need to say about this game. There's a lot I wanted to speak about on this game. There's a lot of things I liked, and there's a lot of things I didn't like. So, I think it's best to start off with the stuff that I really did thoroughly enjoy throughout my playthrough in Black Reef as Colt. For one, I absolutely love the dialogue.
Don't want you pulling a hammy. How old are you again?
Fuck you. I'm no older than 29.
I really felt as though it gave a lot of depth and character to everybody between Juliana, Colt, Alexis, all of the other visionaries. The dialogue was definitely one of the stronger suits, followed by the fact that it had an overall pretty strong story and a good sense of progression as you played through the game. Truthfully, I did not find this game very difficult. I beat it in 13 hours. I'm recording this literally. Hey, John, stop fucking with the get off my desk. I got three cats. I should probably post them on Instagram or something. Yeah, story was definitely one of the bigger strong points of the game. The characters were a strong point. Some of the abilities I enjoyed, but I didn't enjoy all of them, and I feel like it's very clear to make that distinction. While Deathloop does give you the option to use multiple abilities up to 2 at once, I personally feel like with my own playthrough that for any chance of real success, there's no way to really use all of the abilities effectively. Like, I used Blink basically from that's another thing too, actually, that I want to get out the way. This game and the ability, I really wish they didn't cut and paste a lot of abilities from the Dishonored series, because I just kept thinking to myself, man, Dishonored kind of did this better, especially like the way you upgrade a lot of the abilities. You have to kill the visionaries multiple times and escape with it and then infuse it. Igor's, for example, was like an invisibility one that I pretty much never used. Now, granted, I could see how in certain playthroughs, like if you want to do a big old pacifist run, they would probably, well, I mean, as pacifist as you can be, it would definitely be very viable, but I don't know. I saw myself using Nexus, which is the target one, kill a bunch of others in one go, teleporting. I used Havoc, I think, one time because I got into an intense firefight, and then I literally never used it again. Trying to think what else did I use, and I occasionally use the kinesis one where you could throw them around, but you know, I got varying success and it wasn't as responsive as I'd liked, and they don't really explain very well how to use it. I kind of figured it out, but only after playing for 13 hours. The detective work, I like how you use the loop to your advantage and how the information carries over. I thought some parts were very much not holding your hand, but I think that was for the best. I think I only had to look something up one time, and then I realized how stupid I was the moment I saw it, and I did it. And I think that was the only time I really had to look up something in my playthrough. So while it can be difficult to find new clues and to pursue more leads as the game goes on, they give you just enough to figure it out yourself, but also to make it somewhat challenging. Then that about does it. Let me get into the shit that I did not like, and I feel very strongly about the stuff that I do not like. Feel free to disagree with me. It's okay. You have your own opinion. I have my own. For a lot of my playthroughs, you probably see, it was very choppy. I realized only towards the end of my playthrough what was the problem, and it was actually my recording software. Unfortunately, it ended up being that for the last 2 hours, including the finale of the game, I did it predominantly unrecorded because I genuinely could not see what the hell was going on my screen. That's more so my own issue. I'm not necessarily going to put that on the game just because I don't know if that's my own issue or if that's an issue that everyone has. So I'm going to chalk that one up to that's on me. One of the things that was not on me is that even when I was still going with smooth gameplay, I genuinely did not like the gun combat. I thought it made sense for the universe, but it doesn't mean I liked it anymore. I did like the world and the characters I was set in, the NPCs, every different environment between the 4 main places in Black Reef, I definitely liked, but the actual gunplay itself, I did not really like. I pretty much used a shotgun and a silenced pistol for my entire playthrough, and then I grabbed a sniper at the end, and that was really it. I stealthed a lot in the beginning up until I got good trinkets, and then I pretty much just went about my business, and if I had to kill people, I did. Otherwise, I didn't really make a big deal. Like, if you were in my way, I killed you. If not, I didn't. So yeah, the gun I mean, it felt okay enough, but you know, even with like recoil trinkets, and it wasn't enough to, in my eyes, justify this whole other combat system around it. Now, stealth, on the other hand, I think they did very, very well, and I thought it was very balanced. Nothing was too busted. I thought it was that even if you get detected, if you kill them before they can alert or shoot their gun, you won't get mass detected, which I liked. I thought it was very fair and realistic. I will give the game that. In certain regards, it did feel realistic. The other thing I didn't like, spoilers, was the ending. So again, I'm going to issue the spoiler warning. Don't want to know. I'll give you 5 seconds to click off the video. So, all right, you've had your 5 seconds. Okay, so there was 2 possible endings. The ending that I went with was I shot Julianne in the face, who, by the way, since you're already here for the spoiler warning, beyond that point, Julianne is actually our daughter, and we've been killing her this whole time. We've been in the time loop for like decades to possibly centuries. Like, it's not very clear how long, but we've done this a lot of times, as they keep saying over and over and over. She is our daughter. I assume that our wife died. I didn't really read the file completely, but I'm pretty sure she's dead or outside the time loop, whatever it is. I chose the ending. Once you kill her, you jump down, you kill yourself, and yes, you break the loop. You wake up and she has a gun in your mouth, but she doesn't pull the trigger, and she just walks away, and she basically hates you for breaking the loop. The other ending is if you don't shoot her, you both jump together, the loop restarts, and then you guys are basically cool. Then you just fuck shit up in Black Reef for eternity together as like not a family, but like together. Yeah, I personally fucking hated that. To continue with like the Dishonored comparisons, Dishonored 2 even, the endings, you know, good, bad, whatever, no matter what ending you went with, whether you were with Corvo or Emily and you picked the good or bad ending, no matter how it went, I felt a feeling of fulfillment once the game ended. I finished the game, waited for the cutscene, and I got the congratulations message, and I was just like, wait, that's actually the end? Like, I get what they were going for, but at the same time, I like another like minute or two of like what the fuck happens afterwards, I would really like, because we're not going to be able to find that information in the game. While I'm on the topic of shooting Julianne in the face, I will appreciate the Easter egg of, you know, you use like Corvo and Emily's guns to kill each other. I like that comparison. And to an extent, maybe what Arcane is trying to do is allude to the fact that Deathloop itself is just a modern interpretation of Dishonored, which, hey, cool with that. That's how you want to do it. Cool. I don't dislike it by any means. What's another thing I didn't like? Besides the gunplay, I told you before, I didn't really like a lot of the slabs. I felt like they really weren't versatile. And a lot of them were, honest to God, copy-paste of what the hell was going on in Dishonored. And I'm just thinking to myself, why? Like, they had so much potential here to just, like, expand on the gameplay, and they didn't. You know, I really feel like that was a wasted opportunity on their part. As far as upgrading the slabs by killing them multiple times, that's fine. Then you get the unique weapons. That's also cool. I didn't dislike that. I actually did enjoy it. I felt as though the game was definitely geared a lot more towards stealth. So when shit really hit the fan, the game doesn't really seem to want you to fight everybody head on, but more so retreat. And now I want to get into the thing that I really hated more than anything else in this game. And that says a lot, because I didn't like the gunplay, but this problem that I had with the game is just, it's a part of the game, and that's the Juliana feature. I really didn't like it. I have a recording where I played it, and I just really didn't like it. Especially when you start off as a level 1 Juliana, you have some, you know, you have some abilities, you have some guns. You can't never really lose anything in particular. But, you know, giving Colt 3 lives, basically, to get through a level while you kind of get one, you know, I get it takes a certain skill, but to a certain degree, you're just kind of like, Colt can technically just run up to you constantly and just blast you in the face, and you kill him, he comes back and does it. Like, he could whittle down your health while you can't really. It's like the difference in firepower, especially like if you happen to run into like a late game Colt, because you can join either a friend's game or a randoms. You don't really have control in a randoms game. You could drop into a random that is much later on in the game than you are, and he has better trinkets and better guns, and he can kind of shit on you, versus like a beginning Colt, you're gonna shit on him. It just doesn't work, in my opinion. There's obviously a skill curve. Some people are gonna be better with guns. You know, people who are going on a stealth approach really don't have a chance against Juliana, because she'll figure out where you are really quickly, and you struggle to figure out where Juliana is. Like, every time you attack an enemy, she gets a little ping on where the fuck you are. Meanwhile, you never ever get a ping on her because no one ever has a problem with her, obviously. So, and now when you're Colt fighting against Juliana, it's really easy once you get later in the game. Like, literally, I could run up to Juliana, but I'm pretty sure I only had CPU Juliana, because, like, there are CPU Julianas that chase you and online ones. I think, like, I had one case where I was actually going up against an online Juliana, and I think that was during my recording. And I'm not gonna lie, the first kill, they kind of shit on me, but I had my settings set to friends only, and I literally only have one other person who owns the game. I don't even know who the hell they are. And if it was that person, I'm sorry, I shit on you so many times. I think it's a cool feature, but it's not ironed out enough, and it just doesn't make enough sense to where it works. And honestly, Juliana can invade you multiple times during the day, because the day is split up into 4 parts. So she can evade you in the morning, noon, afternoon, and night, and you have to kill her all the times, and it's not the same Juliana you end up killing at the end of the game. Which they explain why, and cool. It's good enough reason, makes sense. I don't hate it. Sure. But overall, it just really doesn't do enough to make me want to, like, I beat the game. Am I gonna go back and replay it? I don't know. The only reason why I want to is just to see, like, okay, now I know what door, how to unlock certain doors, what are the codes to certain doors. Can I go back as a fresh level 1 Colt and beat the game on just a fresh level 1 Colt, basically no trinkets, no nothing, and just, you know, use the same thing? I don't know. I would argue it would be a hell of a lot harder, but I could see how it could be done. That's probably the strat speedrunners are going to go with, which is fine. I think I can see how it would work, but don't quote me on that. Overall, at the end of the day, if you take out the recording issues that I had with the game and just view it at face value, if you have a beefy PC and can run the game, I would recommend it. If you're one of the lucky ass motherfuckers that have a PlayStation 5, first of all, tell me where you got it from, because I would love to get one at retail price, because I still cannot. Number 2, I do say get the game. I think it's definitely a game that everyone should play. Do I think it's a console exclusive seller? Hell no. But if you happen to already own a PS5 and you're looking for something else to play, I would definitely recommend getting Deathloop. So in this very long yeet or neat and/or review, I guess, of the game, I don't know. I don't even know what the hell I'm gonna title it. I'd say give it a play. If you're someone who's strapped on cash, I would say you can afford to wait for a sale. I think $60 is definitely a fair price, but I mean, if you can get it for cheaper, get it for cheaper. No knocking on you, and if anything, you know, hats off. US is selling for $60 right now, and it's out already. Review copy given to me by my motherfucking self, because I don't get no sponsorships. Whoop whoop, you love it. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. If you liked, please leave a like, share with your friends and family. Really trying to get to 100 subs by the end of the year. Are we gonna make it? I honestly don't think we will, but that's okay, because I got nothing but time. If you like, follow me on my Instagrams, on my Twitters, but I'm not really active on my Twitters. I'm somewhat active on like, if you DM me on Instagram, I'm actually gonna respond. Show love to Pat. He's back. I missed him. He's here. Go show love to his channel.
Imagine going to, like, the street with all the performers, right? With all the performers in clothes, and tripping balls on LSD or weed or something.
And yeah, if you like the content and you want to see similar content like this, throw down a comment. Let me know what you guys want to see. I'm here for whatever. See you guys later. Peace.